On this week's Wine Walk, I am joined by Daymond John, the founder, CEO of FUBU, and my favorite shark, personally. So for you, I picked a bold, strong Cabernet from Napa. And fun fact, the Fay Vineyard happens to be the founding vineyard of Stag's Leap Winery in New York, is where your story started. So there we go.
All right, beautiful.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, so we mentioned your story started in New York.
Yep.
And if I'm not mistaken, when you were in high school, you were working a full-time job?
I was a messenger out here on 55th Street, I think. And I was going to high school, and I was also working as a waiter in Red Lobster.
What did you learn?
I learned everything. I learned how to sell. I learned customer service. I learned, how to run an operation. I learned so much from that. I probably learned more there than I would have learned in college.
And you were actually working in Red Lobster when you started FUBU, correct?
100%, yeah. I was making like $30,000 a year in Red lobster. And, at the end of the day, I worked 5 years in Red Lobster while doing FUBU at night. And that would have been about $150,000 I made, had medical, was taking the food home from Red Lobster, of course, using other waiters and waitresses to help me sell stuff on the weekend. I would have had to sell $2 million worth of FUBU in 5 years to keep that same $150,000. So it was important to have a basic job to keep the lights on. I was doing it because I loved it. I was having a good time, and it was also a great way to meet girls, right? I was able to go to the club. I would go to the club, and all the other guys would hit on them, and I would say, I need a model for FUBU. So it was always just because of something that I wanted to do. I never thought it would be a business.
And then I think I read that, so Macy's put out an order for $300,000 worth of merchandise.
Yeah, well, I got turned down by 27 banks, and then I went to my mother and said, I got turned down by 27 banks. She said, I didn't know that many banks existed. And
she didn't either.
Yeah, she said, you know what, but if you really have orders, I wouldn't do this for you if you didn't have the order, but if you have orders, why don't we go and take out as much money as we can out of the house? You're going to make the clothes, and then we'll put the money back in the house. So my mother goes out and gets a $100,000 loan on our house. I have no idea how, because the house is worth only $75,000. So I still, till today, didn't ask her what she did for the rest of the money, and I don't want to hear about it.
You may not want to know.
Shout out to moms, but I would end up losing all the money because I didn't know what I was doing. I was buying raw goods 90 days ahead of time. I was paying for staff, utilities, and manufacturing, and the companies, Macy's, wouldn't pay me for 30, 60, 90 days. So I blew the money not knowing how money works. And then good old mom comes back and says, I'm gonna take an ad in the newspaper. She takes an ad in the newspaper and it says $1 million in orders need financing. 33 people will call that ad, but 3 of them were real. One was Samsung textile division. We did a deal, boom, FUBU took off.
How is Shark Tank, how's that entire experience been for you?
People no longer think that I'm a skinny version of CeeLo or Ashley Larry or Timberland, all black people look the same. So when I wear my earrings, people think that I'm actually the guy from Shark Tank. Been able to, give people all the chance to follow their dreams and become very wealthy people, and now they can feed their families and employ other people, so it's been amazing.
And this is something that you see yourself doing for years to come?
Yeah, I love it. Listen, as long as people coming up with great ideas, and I can, listen, now I don't have to be the smartest person in the room. Now you can be brilliant, and you can let me just take a ride with you on your dream for a couple of dollars.
I feel like you're pitching me, and I'm not even pitching you an idea, and yet I feel like I'm being pitched. How's that? If you had to, given that we are in this social media culture, what advice would you give young people growing up in it?
It's very challenging. You have to find out what do you do for free on your time off, and how can you get paid doing that? If you are gaming, can you become a gamer? Or is gaming some aspect where you can learn coding? Or if you're on social media all the time, how can you become a social media expert? You gotta start to do those things. And don't go with the norm. You have to grow up, you have to go to college, you have to do this and that. If college is not for you, then don't go to college. Yeah. Just put in the time though. Don't take off and not do anything. Put in the time like you were in college working on something that you absolutely are obsessed with.
What the hell makes you so successful? Why you?
I don't know. I think it's because I'm black and short and dyslexic and a little round, and I didn't go to college, and my father left when I was 10 years old. I think all those things.
But namely because you're short.
Yeah, namely because I'm short. It's just that, you know what, I'm gonna wake up before everybody, I'm gonna go to sleep after everybody. I'm gonna fail as much, and I'm not gonna take it personally.
Are you proud of yourself? Are you anywhere close to being done?
Yeah, I'm very proud, because I look at all the people that I see that want better for themselves, and for whatever reason haven't been able to accomplish it yet. They're still fighting and striving to do that. And yeah, I have my health, and I just beat cancer, so You know, I'm around for my little girls. So I'm really happy at this stage of my life.
So you're on the wagon of everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason, 100%.
Big time believer in that.
It's the truth. If you look at it and you say, well, you know, it just happened and there's no reasoning behind it, then how do you benefit from it?
Everything happens for a reason. Daymond John, thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Did we turn you into
Cheers.
a wine drinker?
No.
No.